Hi, so my idea is mix and matching of game app. I see that there are a lot of apps having very interesting like games, but they're in their individual apps, and I want to be able to modularize them, make them like separate components and pieces, and then have an interface where users can mix and match them and to create a new game or to create a new sequence of game, to create more variation in game, stuff like that, without the like when having to pretty much recreate the game in their own app. And so I wanted to be able to do that. And my questions are on this slide. Hold on just a bit. So my questions are like, what technology should I be using? Like, I'm thinking of doing cross-platform, so I think I'm gonna do Xamarin. I think the website where the user can like mix and match needs to be like a website, or maybe I don't know. Um, I don't know if a website is useful for that. And the game, or should they be Scratch games written in Scratch, HTML5, or combination, or you know, or can even existing game be broken into modular components and upload, and then and if so, how? Um, so and then how to specify to the game to use like audio or phonics. Um, so for example, the tracing game, this tracing game right here, when my kids are little and they're learning the letter of the letter name, when they trace, I want it to say A. But then now that they're in the phonics state, I want it to say as they trace it. So how to tell the game to do that? Maybe replacing the audio file during download. Not sure. So those are my questions. I probably it wouldn't make sense at this stage, but like it will make more sense later. So I'm trying to I'm going to try to explain my idea now. Let me just ask my husband. Um, okay, so for example, I like this. My husband is going to be with me just to make sure I explain stuff. Okay, so I like this app where each drag it has like the phonics, and then it says. So I like this part of the app a lot. And then okay, so they have like they have videos of related to the letter A, and then the tracing, like the tracing, you can see there's an alligator and an apple, so it's like it's fit in with the theme. So I liked it that, and I wanted to mix and match these along with other like games that my children like, the videos that they like. And so I was thinking, maybe what if like I have a website that people can upload, like break down their game into modular components, and the website serves as like an integrator, and when they integrate, it can mix and match games and videos according to specification, and then you can download, like you can pretty much create a new game on the fly, like a new sequence of game. So with that, I was thinking the symbol detail, like each like plus a to like each letter, each operator, stuff like that is considered a symbol, and they have associated audio file and phonic file, and probably audio and phonic file. Um, associated with them. So they serve, like this part serve as the main unit, the core, the basic unit. Then you can combine, people can combine it. So for example, if I want to combine numbers to make an addition problem, then I will specify this, and I would say when it begins, it says like 1 plus 2 equals 3 using the audio, combining the audio part of it right here. And then on touch, it's still gonna use the audio file, and on end, it's gonna just combine the audio file for all of this. So it's gonna say like 1 plus 2 equals 3. And for the change, like for example, people can also combine letters, CAT. So on the beginning, it's gonna say CAT. But then as they touch it, like for example, when they trace it, it's gonna say the phonic of it. So it's gonna say k, 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 t, t, t. And then after they do the whole puzzle, then on the end, it's gonna combine the audio and the phonics to say like cat, something like that. And so like there has to be a way to pass that information into the game. And if there's a way to combine these like audio and phonic file like that, then we can make like new games from existing games. And then the third step of it is to specify the type. So for example, this A, this is a trace type. This D is a game type. And then there's a video type also, and this can be explained more on the next slide. So for example, for A, this one is a trace type, and there's a link to this modular game, and then the category you specify as that letter and subcategory. The letter is A and the type subcategory, the category is letter and the subcategory is A. And so afterward, then people can just select like games or combine games based on the category, subcategory, and type, and you'll understand it later. But so then we can also specify combination, like 2 plus 2 equals 4. The name is that. The combination is, and the source is like the combination that we're gonna put, and then it's a category addition, and the subcategory is 2. So then all of that put together will have like this UI on the front end. On the front end, all I want to do is to select an activity type by URL, like type in a URL like to a YouTube or whatever. Here I can specify the start time and the duration. It is going to stop after the duration, so that we can actually like cut, like only take a part of the YouTube video out and put it in here. And then we can either do that, or we can do it by the category information. And you can specify it by type, category, subcategory, and name if you want to be very specific. And then you're going to tell it to use the audio, use phonic, or use both, and on what event. You can also tell the activity to repeat or not, and how many times. So for example, my example syllabus for my children that I want to, like for example, if all this is working, all I want to do is on the front end, I say, okay, give a exercise video URL and play that exercise video for the kids. Then I want them to play game for the letter B. Anything that I bookmark related to letter B, they have access to, and it's going to randomize the game. So they're going to just be able to play random games, so that it's not boring and it's not repetitive. Then after they do it, anything that is related to tracing of the letter B, they can do, and they're going to do this activity 5 times. Then reward them with a video about safety, and like Coco Melon have a lot. I mean, Baby Bus have a lot of safety related game. I mean video. So I wanted them to watch that. Then they play a game for the additions, but this one I want them to only focus on 2 plus 2 equal 4 for this week because they're learning 2 plus 2 equal 4. Then they're going to trace that 2 plus 2 equal 4. And then after that, they're going to do a review by playing game under the category addition for number ones, anything related to 1 plus 0 to 1 plus 9, and then they're going to be able to watch a fun video afterward. So this is what I want to specify on the front end, and the whole thing requires me to be able to mix and match game and like specify certain things that I want for the game to do, and download it. So then the questions that I have are, again, what technology should I use, and then how to, I really want it to also have a 10-second blackout so that the kids can rest their eyes every X minutes, like after every game, and these are the questions that I have, but the main thing is what technology right now and how to specify to the game to use audio or phonic as it plays. And what technology on multiple front. The app side, I'm thinking of Xamarin. The front end side, I'm thinking of a website. And the individual game, can it be like like the existing mobile game, and the developer just need to break it up into modules, or will we can it integrate with both existing mobile game, Scratch games, and HTML5 games? Those are the technologies that I'm thinking. I really want to be able to integrate with Scratch game though, because I want later on to my children to make their own game and then be able to integrate it through this platform. So that is what my idea and my questions, and I'm gonna ask my husband if he understood everything. Okay, so then, okay, I hope it's also clear to you, and hopefully you can help me with my questions. Thank you. Okay, so you're asking me what sample game do I have?
Yeah. That you have the code to it.
I don't have the code to it. So for example, what happened, why can't we have an app, right? Let's say an app. Then we launch the Baby Bus, and then we close it. Then we launch the Ping Pong, then we close it. Then we launch the other one. What was the RV Studio?
Audio in the game.
Well, if that's not available, then we can skip that part.
Whole part on just replacing audio, so that's the core part of your thing.
But the core part is to be able to mix and match, not to replace the audio. Replacing the audio, if
so
it's
just
possible.
To mix and match different apps?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
so
we
then
can.
You still have to target a platform.
So Xamarin, right? Didn't you say Xamarin, like, it's cross-platform? So I want to use Xamarin.
But the app you're trying to mix and match are target to a specific platform.
And that's fine. Because I have those apps on the same platform. Like, so the web view, I can do HTML5, right? HTML5 game. And Scratch game, I believe it's hosted on a web server also, so I can also do Scratch game on HTML. Web view. Yeah, but then what about the mobile game?
Nope. Because the mobile game will open up a new instance and override yours. That's just how the OS is made. Any app that comes will take precedent over the other.
Yeah, and then it actually get destroyed and recreated, right? If the focus is on one app, the other app, no? Okay, so then what happens?
The whole point is that you can't switch it back.
I can't switch
You
it back.
cannot.
Can I embed it?
No. Each app runs in its own sandbox mode on the Android and Mac OS platform.
So once I launch it, it's out my, like,
Right.
there's no intent that I can pass it so that it passes back control. Like, for example, when you're taking a picture of that on an app, you set an intent and then it returns to you something. Why can't that work with app?
What do you mean?
Like, for example, in your application, right? When you want to take a picture, you send an intent to the OS camera, and the OS camera takes a picture and send back a thumbnail data to you as another intent. Why can't you launch another app and return control back to you through intent?
Because the interface of the app is not there.
What does that mean?
So there are apps that have interfaces. They have to expose it. Like sort of like share, you know? You know when you do the share?
Yeah.
Not all apps share.
Okay.
Only if the app is programmed to have an interface for sharing something, then it's there.
Okay.
Like that's why when you push share, only some apps will show up, not every single app installing it.
Okay, so then basically I then need to
So
reduce the scope. So the scope now is only Xamarin with HTML WebView for only Scratch and HTML5 games.
Yeah.
But then the games that I like for the kids aren't on those platforms, so why?
Yeah.
And there's really no other way? Okay, well, I'm going to put this discussion so then people can agree or disagree with it. Maybe someone have experiences. Or maybe someone will hear this and then they decide to allow intents between games for modules, modularized game.
Right now, no.
Okay, I just feel it's such a waste to recreate games just because you don't like a small functionality. If we can we can modularize games.
Apps on the store, each with its own.
Why?
Because of that.
It doesn't make sense. It's not reusable. It's not. Like if we like the graphic and we just need like a small part of it changed, we should be able to change the audio and to modularize it.
Let's copyright stuff. You're changing the code. Copyright.
No, if they, because the app that I want for RV Studio LLC, they make it free. But
there's no licensing scheme in there.
Yeah, I know, but if they are okay with modularizing their code so that other people can reuse it, like they're not exposing their code, they're exposing the game, right? And
well, they would have to program, change the coding to accept that.
Yeah, if they want to.
Yeah. They still work for their part too.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah, and if we can like just replace the audio file or something, or even replace the graphics, because all the assets, all the graphics can be, as long as it doesn't affect the functionality, if there's a way to modularize that.
Yeah, and then we get into the, licensing side.
Okay, well we'll see what they think.
You with this directly.
Okay.